Hey yo, this is YetiWhiskers and welcome back to some more modded Minecraft here on the Yeti Cave. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. Thank you guys so much again for the support in the last couple episodes. We even made more than one video so far and things are going pretty good. Last time we got the villager breeder going, we've had quite a bit of success with it. I'll show you that once we head over back to our little base. Sorry, normally I wouldn't kill these little turtles, but I want their heads, so hopefully we can get ourselves a little turtle head. But yeah, things are going really well. I appreciate you guys, the support on the videos. It's good to be back. Having a lot of, holy smokes, there's a lot of turtles. Having a lot of fun, really enjoying myself playing Minecraft again. So the plan for today is we probably should start building again because, it's been a little while. But the plan for today is seagrass bummer to get ourselves an iron farm going, and the reason we're going to do that is because there are some farms that we want to get built, but in order for us to do that we need to have iron so that we can collect, and just a lot of farms require iron for hoppers and whatever else. So I'm going to be using Logical Geek Boy's design again, and it's supposed to get you about 7.5 stacks per hour, which should be plenty of iron for us. You can see right here, I've got our little platform going. This is where you need to keep the zombie. So the way this works is you have a little zombie that kind of scares the villagers, and then iron golems spawn. That's kind of the way that it works. We'll talk maybe a little bit more about that once I've got it going, but first step is to get ourselves a zombie, and you can see I've got a name tag down here for Iron Man. Super original, I know. But we need to get ourselves a zombie. So right now I am going through and just removing all the torches so that we can get ourselves a zombie, and hopefully we can attract him and to us and have him follow us up there. So I'm gonna spend some time making this place dark. Hopefully we can do that before it turns to day again, and hopefully we can get a zombie to spawn. So I'll meet back up with you guys once I have the zombie in there, probably, or I've got a zombie close. Okay, so it has been about 30 seconds and we already have a zombie following us. So that didn't take very long at all. Let's get him up here and we'll get him named. This should be pretty simple. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of the farm. Good zombie. And we'll get this going. So Logical Geek Boy does a really good job not only showing you how the farm works, but how to get his villagers and the zombie itself into the farm. So highly recommend his videos. Those of you guys who've been keeping up with Minecraft probably already know about Logical Geek Boy, but huge fan. So he recommends putting this here. You can see it works really well, this trapdoor. I can go under it, but the zombie can't. So we're gonna go ahead and boop. There goes the zombie. And just like that, we have got ourselves the farm going. So it looks like I think we need to put this up a little bit higher with the glass blocks, and that's okay. We'll take care of that, but for now, let's go ahead and name our zombie. Boop, name tag. My guess is he can hit us from here, and that's probably okay. Yeah. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the rest of the farm. We'll probably jump up to you once we are ready to place villagers, or we get close to placing the last villager, and we'll talk about how it works. So I'm gonna need 6 villagers. I've got 3 here, and then another one down in there from the old villager breeder design. And then there are I've got a ton, really, all the way down here. So we should have plenty of villagers to get this going. I'm not super worried about it. It'd just be a little bit of a struggle to get them up, I think, but we've got plenty of rails and things. So before it turns day, I'm gonna go up there, place a block over top of this guy so that he doesn't get burned to death from the sun, and I'll meet up with you guys once we're ready. All right, so we've got this all built up. We've even got a villager in there. Hopefully he's still in there. You little turd, stay in there. So the way that this works is I've got this guy escaped when I did my test run earlier. So we have this set up. It goes up here. You can see we've got the farm itself built, and we now have a way to get our villagers into the place that they're supposed to be. So they're supposed to be in these beds. You can actually get rid of this block now, and no, that we need that block so that this guy stays out. So the way this works is they come up on the rails. We have an activator rail, and it knocks the villager out into the right, and then they jump on the bed is the hope. It didn't work the first time. I didn't have enough blocks to keep him from jumping off. For some reason, that nitwit villager over there jumped off of the bed. So we tested it again, and it seemed to work with this guy. So let's go back and see if we can get one on camera, and then I'm probably going to finish the rest of them up off camera, because that guy's going to be a pain to track down, and then I've got to make my tracks a little bit longer, because there's a guy way down in there, and then there's some way down in the basement down here. So hopefully this guy will go just as smooth as the last farm we... Excuse me, sir, you need to get out of there. Excuse me, why do you want to go in the water so bad? Okay, so villagers are super fun to work with. I'm sure you all know this. Get back here. No, 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 no. Come back here. Go back this way. Go back this way. Go back this way. Luckily, like, when I did the villagers, like, the breeder, they were pretty easy to work with. But this guy, he is not wanting to cooperate. Hi, friend. Yeah, look. You go over here, and then you just get in this thing right here. Look. Super awesome. Super cool. You'll love it. I'm sure of it. Oh, just missed. Alright, give me a second here. We're not going to make you guys watch me derp through this, but once we get him on there, I'll cut back, and you can see him go up to his friend up there. I promise that's where you want to go, buddy. Alright, we got him in there finally. We had to break some crops and push him around a little bit, but here he is. Okay, so we're going to knock him up to the top and watch him get caught in our little trap. All right, off he goes, and hopefully up this way we see a little villager head pop in. Boop. There, and he fell off. Son of a gun. It's not supposed to happen. Anyway, okay, so that's how it's supposed to work. I'm gonna have to chase these guys down. Down and do it the hard way. It looks like, with boats and things. You, why are you being such a pain? So it looks like I just need to block off the entire way around. In his tutorial, he only has like 2 blocks preventing them from jumping to their death, but they seem to be doing it anyway. So troubleshooting, that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll get these guys in, and we'll come back in just a little bit. So we're back at the temporary base. I figured I had to come back and get a boat anyway, so I'd show you guys. Here it is. Hi, boat. Been going through the nether, so show you what I've been up to back here. So first thing is, here are some storage drawers. Temporary setup, of course, but you can see much fewer chests, and I've got some random odds and ends in these chests, but mostly everything is in here. Oh, it's so nice. And we can see, like, I've had to upgrade the dirt drawer already, but everything is here. I can find it pretty easy, no problem. The other thing I did is I figured out how to get some texture variation in our sand and in our textures. So we're going to be updating for that as we go. You can kind of see I've kept it pretty subtle. If we zoom in, you can see some of them have a slightly different color tint. Some of them are a little bit darker. Some of them are a little bit lighter. So it just adds a little bit of variation, which I think adds quite a bit to the game. So we're going to be going through that and doing that to a bunch of different textures. For now, we've just got the sand. Next will probably be sandstone, just some things that we see quite a bit here in our little village. Oh, the other thing is I upgraded my backpack to the uncommon backpack. We talked about that, I think, in the last video, but decided just to go ahead and do it off camera. So I'm going to head back and try and get these stinking guys in the boat and where they should be. So see you in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. So we are pretty much done with the iron farm. It's working. Right now I'm just building up a little redstone torch tower so that we can have the on-off switch down below so we don't have to pillar our way back up every single time we want to turn it off and on. Not that it's going to be a huge issue. Oops. We're not going to want to do it a lot. But, you know, occasionally we're going to want to turn it off. You can see, hey, there it is. So once we get a decent amount of iron, I'll probably end up turning this off. So the way that this works, this is all set up and built now, finally. Man, I had some derps when I went through this, and I had some audio glitches as well, so we didn't get to see all the derps, which works for me. I ended up actually removing all this glass on accident with ore excavation. Oopsies. And then we ended up killing a few villagers, not getting a few in. Anyway, it was a whole ordeal, so I'll show you all of that fun stuff in a sec. But first things first, let's finish up this torch tower so that our little on-off switch will be working. Oops, this is not what we want here. And we can get this guy going. So one more, I think. You get to see me do redstone on camera. This is going to be super entertaining. I apologize. So I had a decent amount of video that just disappeared because I am an idiot. And, well, I don't say that I'm an idiot, but it wasn't working the way that I wanted. There's a big loud whine for some reason, really annoying. So we got rid of it and decided we'd come back and finish this up. I was going to do this off camera in between episodes, but you know what? We're here. Let's just do it. Okay, so on-off switch. The way this guy works is, let's take a look from over here so we can kind of see. Inside the village, inside this little area, we've got the zombie, right? Iron Man. We actually ended up killing him because I put a glass block on top and the sun destroyed him. So this is Iron Man number 2. The way that this works is he bounces up and down, and as he bounces up and down, the villagers get line of sight on him, which scares them and causes them to want an iron golem to appear. So the iron golems spawn up top on the little platforms, and you have to make sure that you have 8 blocks in every direction away from this non-spawnable. So on top of these up here, we actually have buttons so that the iron golems cannot spawn on top of the pistons. In any other area, you'd have to make it non-spawnable. So they can't spawn on glass, but they can spawn up here. We've seen a couple of them spawn already. That's how that works. We had to build ourselves this huge tower to get our villagers up there of rails and whatnot, and then you use an activator rail to kick them out, and you just make sure that you surround the entire bed area with some sort of temporary block that you remove. I used glass, which is how this whole side over here ended up not working. You can see I've got item collection system here, just a drawer controller with some storage drawers. So we've killed 16-ish iron golems, and we've gotten about 104 iron ingots already, which is pretty good. So the one caveat with this is I've got these pillars of glass that go up and down, but I've got right here, there's this empty space that sometimes items will get stuck on. So that's okay. I'm okay with the rates at which they get stuck here. And I have to have this open because this is where the villager bed is, and he needs space to get around and think that this is a bed that he can use. So it's on both sides. I've had a handful of items get stuck there, so I'm okay with that. I don't need it to be perfectly efficient and never lose anything. You can see most of the time everything falls in here, goes into the water streams, and then into the hoppers and into our little storage system. So things here are going well. Again, more of that here. I'll show you kind of how did that guy spawn. Marry you, that could be a problem. Make sure over here everything is spawn proof. I wonder. Weird. Okay. Anyway, he's somehow spawned. So the plan with this is eventually I'm going to cover this up. I haven't decided exactly how. I'll probably end up doing some sort of mountain or something, and then maybe we'll put carpet or something on top so that our iron golems do not spawn. But I want to show you this. This was crazy. We got the 6 villagers from here. Not 6. There were 4, I think, here, and then we had to get 2 more from down below. So there were 3 up here and 1 down here, I think. It's been a minute. But we had to go down and look at this. We had to dig down so far to get the villagers that were down here. And we had to craft some powered rails. I had gotten everything up until that point from our abandoned mine shaft that we found in the mesa. But it got to the point I just needed more powered rails, so I had to craft some. I'm a little sad about that, but we just hooked this up to like our little collection system. Before, we would get a minecart, you turn this off, you get a minecart, it'd grab them, you trade with them to see if it was something you liked, and if it was, you'd send him off into actually I think you turn this one off. I can't remember, it doesn't matter. It would go this way and off into our like villager trader area, and I was working on, I think, setting up a place where we could get rid of our villagers if we wanted to, or easier than sending them through that way. And I think we showed that last time. Let's take a look. Over this way is where we used to get rid of the villagers, I think. Yeah, you put them right here, and away they'd go that way forever and ever and ever. And I think eventually they drop into a little lava pit. But anyway, none of this matters anymore because we are getting rid of this whole system. And we are going to move our villager trading system. Our villager breeder is already over at the desert base, so we're going to do the same thing with our trading system. I'm going to leave what's set up there now, all those rails, just in case I've got to pull out the mending villager. He's really the only one I care a ton about. There are some tricks to getting trades, to swapping out trades with your villagers that we're going to try and use. There's another mob. Hey, we got a head. Where are these guys coming from? No, let's push F7. That'll help. There it is. So, more overlays. F7 is what pulls up this guy. Interesting. Where'd this guy come from? I wonder if they just spawned on that same block. Okay, so yeah, plan is to leave that intact so that just in case I need the mending villager. Otherwise, we're just gonna try and keep using, or try and get brand new villagers over there. Just because I am tired of trying to move villagers. It has been fun, but now it is over. Hopefully that guy's sleeping. He should be because that's working. So that's pretty much it for today. I will work on getting this designed up a little bit better and working better. But for now, I am happy that we are getting iron. Woo! This may end up being a shorter video. I apologize if that's the case. I don't really have a length goal on any of these. I just make the video, and when I'm done, I'm done. So, you know, this is the third one. We're doing pretty good so far, and I just dropped my phone, so that's not great. Oh, look, you can see. Just like I talked about, there's some iron items there. Oh well. Well, thank you guys again. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next video.